Of course, part of what makes President Assad so dangerous right now is that he's desperate. And there's a frightening idea that he may have little to lose by deploying chemical weapons. World leaders have called for Assad to step down and have for a long time. And his people have been rebelling against him for a year and a half now. Now that opposition forces have turned their focus toward Assad's power base in the capital of Damascus, he has very few options remaining. So using whatever means he can to delay the inevitable might not seem like such a terrible idea to him. And that's exactly what has people in Washington so worried tonight. The Fox Report's chief correspondent, Jonathan Hunt, is on set with us tonight. Do we know exactly where the United States is getting the intelligence information on these supposed chemical weapons?
In a word, Shep, no, because on the grounds that they don't want to compromise their intelligence sources, U.S. officials aren't telling us. But those questions are being asked, particularly given the experiences we had with intelligence in the run-up to the Iraq War in 2003. If we don't have our own resources on the ground, from whom are we getting this word that these chemical weapons are being prepared, and how reliable are those sources? Defense Secretary Leon Panetta would not be drawn on that earlier today. Listen.
Without commenting on the specific intelligence that we have with regards to these chemical weapons, I think there is no question that we remain very concerned. The intelligence that we have raises serious concerns that this is being considered.
And certainly the alarm is not being sounded just by U.S. officials this time around. Several European nations and the UN Secretary General have repeatedly warned that this is a potential threat and have repeatedly warned President Assad not to go through with it. Shep.
There's another school of thought here, albeit a dangerous one, and that is that Assad is just playing a game.
Yeah, the idea being here that he is finally completely desperate. He is realizing finally that he is now surrounded by the rebels in Damascus, that they are getting closer and closer to ousting him. That ouster, if he stays there, would end in his death. So this might be a final negotiating ploy on the part of President Assad with the international community. Listen.
Another way to look at it, though, is he wants Russia and others to notice that he's taking this potentially suicidal step in the hopes of one last diplomatic solution that so far he's been against, but he may now see as his only hope. And so maybe if Russia is persuaded that Assad's on the doorstep of defeat or suicide, for that matter, effective suicide, that Russia will finally help us do a deal to get a power-sharing arrangement.
So a power-sharing arrangement, or perhaps trying to get some sort of asylum deal. Either way, if it's the threat of chemical weapons that he's using, it seems less about negotiation and more about blackmail.
Jonathan Hunt, thanks very much.